Hey, welcome back to Gracie Schwarzwald. I'm here with Eric Mete. We're continuing on with our Gracie Self-Defense Course, and we're focused on takedowns. And for this part, we're talking about how to land safely. This is probably one of the most important things you'll ever learn in Jiu-Jitsu, Judo, any other arts that do takedowns, is how to land correctly. Okay? It also makes you a little bit more confident to work on your stand-up if you know how to land correctly. Okay, so we're going to work on side break falls first. We're going to start sitting or on the ground. So let's understand the proper landing position. Okay, so I'm not going to land all the way on my side, but nor do I want to be flat on my back. I'm going to be at about a 45-degree angle. So if I landed, I would land, turn this way, right on the back of this shoulder, right on the back of the scapula here. Okay, so he doesn't want to land on the side of the shoulder, he doesn't want to land down on his spine. So again, I'm going to land right here. Okay, now, again, we talked about this. I need to dissipate my force. If I landed like this, all crunched up, my body's going to take all the force. I want to spread it out. So this leg is going to be out. This foot is going to land flat on my foot, knee up. Very important that I'm not landing like this, and I'm not landing on the ball of my foot. You don't have to keep your leg tense, but don't let it curl. My leg is, I always tell my students, it's like it got shot by a tranquilizer dart. It's just here, okay? So, some of the major mistakes people make with this is they land with their feet too close. If your feet clack together once on a throw, that'll probably be the last time it happens. You'll make sure it never happens again. More importantly, I never want to land, if possible, like this, because now my spine is twisted and my spine is going to take potentially an injury. So when I land, where my body is pretty much in alignment, you see my knees are open, my body's right in the center, all is good. Okay, so when I land, my lower body here. Now notice everything landed at once. It didn't go here. And again, this is not here. I want to keep my feet relatively spread. Okay, not uncomfortably so, but not like this. Here. Keep your body in alignment. That's the number one thing. You guys know when I train, I have a control pressure game, right? One of the ways I do it is what? I always keep out of alignment. Because, and I'll cover this obviously in my pressure and control DVD, but when I take you out of alignment, you're weak. But more importantly, your body knows if it exerts too much force, it could potentially injure itself, right? So your body will even limit the amount of strength you're weak because you can't push, but even then your body will say, no, this is the hard stop I'm putting because otherwise you're going to injure yourself, okay? So if I do this, but my back stays on the mat, my spine is still twisting, okay? Just as if I turn this way, but my knees don't. So watch my shoulders and everything work together. Okay, so now let's talk about the hands. Okay, so when I go, my hand slap, palm down again. Now look, it's parallel to my thigh. I do not want my arm up here for the reasons before that we talked about. This is going to put strain on my shoulder. If I try to sit up, I can't. And more importantly, where do you want, if you wanted to get side control on me, what do you want to control? From my knee to my elbow. If you threw me and I landed like this, how happy are you? I'm very happy. Right? But if I'm here, I'm in much better position to block. Okay, so make sure when you land, and again, notice everything happened at once. Not with the back of the hand, and not with this hand. I see some people do that sometimes. Really? Yeah, I'll see people come in and this, and again, now I'm kind of twisting myself. Okay, so I land here. And again, this hand slaps, comes back, unless maybe I'm going to sit up. But I like to bring it back because now I'm in good position to protect. Now, this hand, I will see people who actually know how to break fall to an extent, but they get very lazy about this arm. So if you threw me, go ahead and just stand right there. Stand right here. You throw me and I land like this. What are you doing? Immediately you're taking that arm, right? You're in Kimura position, arm lock position, Doris position, everything. Okay, so this hand needs to stay glued, elbow tucked in to the stomach or glued and blocking the arm so that if he tried to jump in for a collar choke, it's not there. So watch when I land, this is tight. Here or here, but not up here or here. Okay, so can I get you to lay down? The way you're going to practice this is he's going to do a, let's say, just start on that side, do a break fall. Now what he's going to do is he's going to lift his legs and his hips a little bit, and he's just going to rotate to the other side. Good. You can either lift your hips and pull your hips like Erkan is doing, or you just roll to the other side, lift your feet. Yep. Good. Good. Excellent. And just as before, keep your chin tucked. Now, there's less chance that you're going to hit your head. There's still a good chance. But just by keeping my chin tucked, I keep my body a little bit stronger versus just having my head wobble around. Okay, good. So now we're going to work how to do this from standing. By the way, whenever you do your break falls, you want to have your legs naturally come up. Okay, so if I do a break fall here, I don't want to keep my feet on the ground. I want to let them go, but I don't want them just to be lazy where they get thrown all over the place. So you'll see that here. So can I get you to stand up, please? So he's going to face the camera. Now, this is a side break fall. Well, technically, it's a 45-degree angle back. It's going to land here. One of the mistakes I see people make on this is they do this and they break fall straight back. Well, that's not a side break fall, that's a back break fall. So what I tell my students is if I'm here, he passes the ball right to me. He's not passing the ball this way, okay? Because if you kick your leg forward, where do you fall? Straight back. So he's going to pass it kind of at an angle this way. Now, without, I'm just going to hold on to him just so you'll see the motion. Don't do the break fall or anything. But I want you to go ahead and kick your leg across and then squat on one leg. That's the motion. Now you notice when he squats and that leg is out, he's just naturally going to roll to his side. So he's going to pass the leg across and he's not going to fall from here. He's going to squat. Lastly, his hand will follow his foot. Otherwise, you're going to reach. So it's going to follow and then it's going to come across and slap. So go ahead, he's going to come. Okay, back up please. Now what you want to do is when you land, your legs are just kind of naturally. Don't overthink it. They're not going to lay on the ground, but you don't want to throw them way in the air. But notice again how he's going to the side and he's landing on that quarterback of his shoulder. So one more time. Good, he stands back up. Now he goes to the other side. Good. So come back this way. So again, one time. He's not going to kick the leg forward and try to do it backwards. Go ahead and do it once. See how he falls on his back? Okay. And he's not going and falling on the side of his shoulder. You'll injure yourself. So watch again how his leg squats. This is important for a lot of techniques you'll see later. Okay, come back up. Again, the other side. You can do this very relaxed. See, there's almost no impact. Okay. So really important, if you have to start on the ground, break it up, break it up, break it up, work to your feet. But this is actually going to be the takedown the break fall you use most often because a lot of throws, especially hip throws, you're rotating into this landing, correct? Okay, and so that is our side break fall.